So we'll start working with the wrists as usual. Always a good idea to get a bit of a warm up with the wrists. Little stretchy, different ways of doing it. Every week I try to show you a few different ways. You can even roll in and out, just a kind of prayer and back prayer position, rolling out. That's a good way. And then we'll get moving with the breath. So as usual, just do what you can. So we'll be doing probably a few of the moon poses, moving into those with a bit of a flow, challenging the balance. And then coming onto your all fours, a few cat and cows. Always quite important to warm up the spine. You start connecting with your Ujjayi breath in through the nose as you expand, stretch the front of the body, out through the nose, rounding the spine, navel in towards the spine. And as usual, you might start to lift the heel of your hands as you exhale, round the spine if you can. Just strengthening the wrists, the hands a bit further as we go through our Vinyasas, the whole practice. Ideally, over time, you strengthen the whole body, the wrists, shoulders, or just do what you can, your choice. You want to make sure that as we go through those new beginnings, you build up your practice to your own ability. So that's always important to recognize where you stand, accept that, not pushing yourself too much, just a little bit, so you have a little bit of challenge, pushing the limits, but not going beyond it. And then finding a down dog. Nice and easy, so maybe bending one knee after the other, little movement with your feet, ankles, knees, hips. Making sure that you anchor your hands nice and strong, especially into the knuckles, especially the index knuckle, nice and strong. So you don't want to dump the weight of the body onto the pinky fingers, otherwise you might get a little pain or even injuries in the wrists or shoulders over time. So nice and strong, lengthening from your index finger through your shoulders all the way to your hips. And then nice and slow, looking forward, you can take little steps all the way to the top of the mat. So we'll start gently to warm up the body with a little bit more movement. Inhaling, coming all the way up, reaching your arms up to the sky, stretching the front of the body. And as you exhale, you release, hands back down to your heart. We'll keep flowing with the breath. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Rounding into the spine, fingertips to the floor as you inhale. Lengthen into the spine, look forward. And as you exhale, just walking back to your down dog. So we'll just take a little bit of a shoulder work, warm up here, shoulder shrugs. So you try to find a nice, stable down dog. Weight of the body equally distributed between your feet and hands. Try to keep reaching your hips up, spine is nice and straight. And as you exhale, see if you can reach your hips a bit further back. And as you inhale, you can bring your shoulders slightly forward, or not exactly the shoulders, but more so the head. And as you exhale, you push on your hands, you start to reach your hips back. So trying to move your shoulders away from your ears, lengthening. And as you inhale, you try to bring your shoulders a bit further towards your head towards between your hands. Exhale, you push. So it's just a pretty subtle movement, not very big in amplitudes, but just working into the shoulders, just like if you were reaching your arms overhead as you inhale, reaching to the sky, but you reach forward, lengthening all the way to the hips. Couple more times like this. And then slowly walking your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Lengthening into the spine, halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, you fold, forehead towards your shins. Inhale, rising all the way up, palms together. Exhale, nice and slow, you release. And again, inhale, reach up. Now this time you're going to keep your palms facing forward. So just like we did before, see if you can find that movement. Shrugging the shoulders. So as you inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, see if you can relax your shoulders down towards your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. So that's the same movement that we did before. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. One more. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, folding forward. Inhale again, lengthen into the spine. Exhale, you fold. Plant your hands, walk back. Finding chaturanga this time, plank pose, nice and slow. You're going to lower knees, chest, forehead. Easy vinyasa to warm up into the spine. Inhaling, lifting your chest. Half cobra or full cobra. Nice and slow, you release. Tuck your toes under and we'll get another go at these shoulder shrugs. So just like we did before, standing if you didn't get it. As you inhale, see if you can lengthen into the spine. And as you exhale, you relax. Moving your head forward between your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Push on your hands. Exhale, soften. Try not to bend into your elbows. Still nice and strong onto your index finger. We'll do a few more like this. Really working with the shoulder blades. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. One last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Looking forward between your hands, walking to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Rising all the way up, nice and strong, palms together. And as you exhale, leaning to the right, little Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left, just a little stretch to the side of the body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, heart forward, lengthen into the spine. Exhale, you fold, plant your hands. You can walk back or jump back, lowering down, knees, chest, forehead, or lowering down in one piece. Inhaling for cobra or up dog. Look up. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Few breaths here. Anytime you feel this is too much, through the practice, you can either skip a vinyasa straight into your down dog, or if you need to take a rest, little child's pose. This is not a very long class, so try to get through the challenge of it. Try to keep breathing. We're going to start to get moving. Inhaling, right leg up. See if you can stretch it nice and long. So see if you can keep, like we did before, that length from your index finger through the shoulders, through the hips, nice and squared all the way to that right heel. See if you can keep your leg parallel to the floor. And as you exhale, nice and slow, stepping all the way through between your hands, coming onto your fingertips, reaching your heart forward. See if you can drop your hips, low lunge. As you exhale, looking down, stepping your left foot to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, soften. Inhale, thrusting all the way up, pressing your feet into the earth. Again, palms together. We'll lean to the right, maybe a little bit further this time as you exhale. A little stretch to the left side. Inhale, lengthen, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, stretch the spine, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, soften into your hips, abdominals, planting your hands. You can walk back or jump back, taking a vinyasa. Same exhale, lowering down. Inhale, look up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, using your core muscles, you reach your hips back and up. Taking one breath here. And on your next inhale, left leg up. Again, try to keep your shoulders, your hips nice and squared, reaching your heel back. And then as you exhale, stepping forward, use your core, coming onto your fingertips. Reach your heart forward, lengthen from your back heel. Squeeze your inner thighs together, nice and strong. Exhale, stepping forward. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, folding forward. Inhale, rising all the way up. Palms together, and as you exhale, you release. Now we'll go a little bit further. As you inhale, reaching your arms up, you can get hold of your left wrist, swinging your left leg behind your right. See if you can come onto the outside edge of your back foot, and you pull onto your left wrist. See if you can feel a bit more stretch into the leg, the outside of the hip, all the way up to the under arm. Inhaling, coming back to center, and we'll switch to the other side, switching wrist, right leg behind, outside of the mat, most probably onto the outside of your foot. Nice stretch to the outside of the body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, big breath in. Exhale, soften, plant your hands, Vinyasa. One breath, one movement, rolling your eyes upwards as you inhale. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Reaching your right leg up as you inhale. Lengthen, see if you can reach your leg a little bit higher this time. Trying to keep your hips nice and squared so that you feel the stretch into the back of your left leg. Exhale, you step forward, keeping your left hand into the floor. Little twist, so you want to drop your hips, reaching your right arm up, lengthening from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale, you release, step forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Rising all the way up. Going a little bit further, again you can catch your left wrist, see if you can place your left foot a little bit further out to the side, deepening that side stretch, bending a little bit more into your right knee. Inhale, back to center, we take the other side, again see if you can go a little bit further, just do what you can. Inhale, reach up, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, separate into the vertebrae. Exhale, soften, plant your hands. Vinyasa on the same exhale, nice and strong. Inhale, stretch the front of the body. Exhale, use your core, reach your hips back. On your next inhale, left leg up. See if you can reach up to the sky. Keep reaching through all the way to the heel. And lift, 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 lift. Exhale, all in control. You step forward. Left arm up, take your twist, squeezing your inner thighs together, pressing your right hand into the floor. Exhale, you release, stepping forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, palms together. Exhale, you release. And one more Vinyasa. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Try to concentrate on the movement of this one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stepping back, walking back. Try to lower down nice and slow, all in control. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Taking a few breaths here. So try always to keep good form, even when you start to go a little bit faster. Just do what you can. We're going to start to get moving A little bit faster, a little bit stronger. Bending into your knees, looking forward. You can walk or jump all the way to the top. Lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, you release. Now, Utkatasana, really warming up into the legs. So bend into your knees. See if you can brush the floor with your fingertips. Reaching your arms up. Just staying there for a few breaths. See if you can roll your arms inward so that you bring your pinky on the inside, reaching up to the sky. Few deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Sink your hips down, bend into your knees, weight of the body onto your heels. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you fold, plant your hands, Vinyasa, walk back, jump back. Look up as you inhale. Exhale, navel in towards the spine, reach back. Inhaling, right leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips. So see if you can start to open a little bit more into the groin, trying to keep your shoulders nice and squared. As you exhale, stepping forward right between your hands. Spin your back heel down. We're moving up into Warrior One. Hips, shoulders nice and squared. Press your palms together, look up. Exhale, you release. Plant your hands. Moving into Chaturanga. Plank position. Staying there for a few breaths. So this is your little rest. We've got a little French lesson here. We're going to count to 5, lowering down. 5, 4, going nice and slow. 3, 2, 1, release, inhale, cobra, up dog, exhale, stretch back, down dog. Ooh. Inhaling, left leg up, we take the other side, bending into your knees, stack your hips, start to open up a little bit more, nice slow control movement as you exhale, stepping forward between your hands, spin your back heel down, Warrior One, try to keep the bend into your front knee, reach your arms up, maybe palms together, look at your thumbs, exhale, you release, plant your hands, and again we're going to go nice and slow, stepping back, Chaturanga, lowering down very slowly, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, look up, exhale, stretch back, down dog. Ooh. We've got a bit more coming, so keep the breath going. Nice and slow, bending into your knees, looking forward, walk or jump. Lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. So we're going to slowly start building up onto this sequence. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, plant your hands, walk back, jump back, just do what you can, taking your Vinyasa, nice slow control movement, building up strength into the arms, the shoulders, the core, stretch back. Right leg up as you inhale, bend your knees, stack your hips, if you can bring your knee right up to the sky as much as possible. Nice slow control movement as you exhale to your right elbow. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale, step forward. Rise up, Warrior One. Opening out as you exhale, Warrior Two. Keep the bend into your front knee. Relax into the shoulders. Neck is nice and long. Nice and slow as you exhale. Sorry, as you inhale, you're going to flip your front palm and you reverse. Keep the bend into your front knee. Reaching back. So finding again that stretch into the right side of the body. And as you exhale, you can windmill your arms down, coming onto the ball of your back foot, planting your left hand, finding a twist. Exhale, you release, plant your hands, stepping back, maybe keeping your right leg up, three-legged Chaturanga, lowering down, nice and slow. Inhale, Cobra, up dog, so choose your Vinyasa. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Oh, left leg up as you inhale. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Again, try to keep your shoulders nice and squared. So keep pressing your right hand into the floor and you lift your left knee up. Nice and slow as you exhale, coming over your wrist to your left elbow. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale, you step forward, rising up, nice and strong, warrior one. As you exhale, opening out, warrior two, adjusting your stance, back foot 90-degree angle, relax into the shoulders, keep the energy into your arms, keep the bend into your front knee, flip your front palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill your arms down, see if you can keep your left arm up, plant your right hand, finding your twist, maybe twisting a little bit more if you feel you're more open. Exhale, plant your left hand, again maybe keeping your left leg back, up, and you lower three-legged Vinyasa, a nice slow control movement. Inhale, look up, exhale, stretch back. Bending into your knees, looking forward, walk or jump. Lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Utkatasana, bending into your knees. Reach your arms up, relax into the shoulder blades. See if you can bend a little bit more. One breath here. As you exhale, you fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, walk back, jump back. Vinyasa, or straight into your down dog if you feel this is too much, catching your breath. Keep going with your Ujjayi breath as you inhale. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Maybe you can go a bit further and you can place your foot behind you, coming onto the outside blade of your left foot. Your rock star position, reaching your right arm over your head, dropping your head back. Nice slow control movement as you exhale, three-legged dog. Stretching your right leg back. Exhale to your right elbow, coming forward. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale, step forward, rise up, warrior one. Opening up, warrior two. Again, we reverse. Now this time on next inhale, you can straighten your front leg. And we're going to find triangle pose on the exhale. So keep reaching forward with your right hand. Reach forward, so lengthening into the right side of the body, keeping your legs straight. Finding your triangle pose, left arm up. Twisting into the spine, taking one breath here. Nice and slow as you exhale, looking down, rebend into your front knee, plant your left hand, coming into your twist. Right arm up. See if you can twist maybe a little bit more. Maybe even coming onto the outside blade of your left foot, moving your right foot by your hips for a little Vashisthasana, side plank. And as you exhale, you release, plant your hand, maybe going through a three-legged Vinyasa, lowering down, right leg up, inhale, look up, exhale, stretch back, down dog, taking the left side, left leg up, open up, maybe placing your foot behind you, finding your rock star, lengthening from your right foot all the way to your left hand, lift your hips, arch into the spine, drop your head back. Slow control movement using your core muscles. Reaching forward to your left elbow. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale, step through. Warrior one. So now I know the sequence. We keep building up onto it. Opening into your warrior two. Just one breath here to settle. Keeping your knee bent. You reverse. Next, inhale, straightening your front leg, moving into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Reach forward, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen as you exhale, maybe reaching the floor, coming into a little twist. Look up at your right hand. Nice and slow as you exhale, looking down, bend into your front knee, plant your right hand, roll onto the outside edge of your right foot. Twist maybe a little bit more, left foot to your hip. Keep lifting your hips, side plank. Keep the smile going. And then as you exhale, you can release. Maybe keeping your left foot off the floor. Three-legged Vinyasa. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back. Down dog. Bending into your knees, looking forward, walk or jump. Top of the mat. Lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Utkatasana, bending into your knees. Reaching your arms up. Keep bringing the weight of the body onto your heels. See if you can bend into your knees a little bit more. Lowering down as much as possible. See if you can even come to a sit. lifting your legs up, finding Navasana here so you can keep your shins parallel to the floor. Keep reaching your arms forward, opening your chest, maybe straightening your legs. Nice and slow as you inhale, Ardha Navasana, lowering down, making sure you keep your heels, shoulders off the floor. And as you exhale, come back up. Inhale, we'll take a few like this. Exhale, work with the core, nice and strong. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come up. Keep pointing your toes as much as possible. Inhale, last one. Come up. And then see if you can bend into your knees. You might need the help of your hands. Come up, back onto your knees. Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Vinyasa, walk back, jump back. And we keep going. Exhale, stretch back. Every round we add a little bit onto it. Inhaling, right leg up. Maybe this time you can bring all toes pointing towards the back, finding a bit more of a wheel pose, arching into the spine, dropping your head back. Hello, very good, nice and slow. Inhaling, coming back, finding your three-legged dog. Exhale to your left elbow this time, little twist. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, step forward. Warrior one, rise up, nice and strong. Find stability into your legs, opening out. Warrior two. Reverse. On an inhale. Next inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale into your triangle pose. Looking up at the sky. If you have a good balance, you can keep looking up at the sky. We're going to move nice and slow into Ardha Chandrasana. So bending into your front knee, placing your right fingers in front of your right foot. Maybe just little jumps or maybe one big jump. See if you can keep looking up at the sky and you work towards re-straightening your front leg, stacking your hips, stacking your shoulders. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. See if you can keep reaching back with your left heel. Nice and slow, we're gonna reverse the whole thing, re-bend into your standing leg, stepping all the way back, coming onto the back toes, planting your left hand, reaching your right arm up, finding your twist. If you can go further, you can find Vashisthasana, level 1 or maybe level 2, keeping your right leg up, stacking your legs. And as you exhale, you release. Right hand to the floor, three-legged vinyasa, four-legged. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back. Down dog. Other side. Left leg up as you inhale. Opening up. Placing your foot behind. All 10 toes pointing back. Parallel your feet. Drop your head back. Lift your hips, arching into the spine. And then nice and slow, use your core muscles, coming back up, three-legged. Exhaling to your right elbow, little twist. Inhale, stretch it long. Step through for warrior one. Nice and strong. Opening out, warrior two. Keep attention on your legs. The alignment, you reverse on the inhale. Next inhale, straighten your leg. Finding your triangle pose, trying to keep your hips, shoulders nice and squared. Look up. Again, if you have a good balance, you can keep your gaze up. Otherwise, bring your gaze down to transition into half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana, bending into your left knee. Maybe going into the pose in one go if you can. Keep stacking your hips, opening through the chest. Looking up, reaching back with your right heel. One more breath. Keeping the focus into the practice. And then slowly bending into your standing leg. You step all the way back, planting your right hand, finding your twist. Vashisthasana, number 1, number 2. And then keeping your left leg up, slowly bring your left hand down, going through your Vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Exhale, stretch back. Down dog. Whew. Bending into your knees, looking forward, walk or jump. Lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Utkatasana, bending into your knees, reaching your arms up. Now this time, see if you can bring your heels up, coming onto your tippy toes. And we're going to find drinking bird. See if you can bring your arms back, tilting forward, still onto your tippy toes. See if you can keep lifting your heels up. Inhale, back to Utkatasana, reach your arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Plant your hands, walk back, jump back. Vinyasa. Last round, maybe a little bit faster. Right leg up. Opening up, maybe finding a quick rock star. Use your core, three-legged dog. Exhale to your left elbow. Inhale, reach back. Step through. Warrior 1, just passing through. Exhale, warrior 2. Reverse. Finding your triangle pose. Inhale, lengthen front leg. Exhale, reach forward. Just one breath here. Moving into Ardha Chandrasana. If you want to go further, you can maybe even find Chapasana, getting hold of your top foot. Keep your knee as low as possible. Kick your foot into your hand, arching into your back. Maybe still you're looking up. If you can still go further, maybe you can bring your right hand to your heart. Keep the smile going. One more breath. Whew. Nice and slow. You release, extend your right leg. Again, we're going to find Vashisthasana, stepping all the way back. Left hand into the floor, right arm up. Nice and slow. Now this time you're going to bring your right hand to the floor. Step your right foot through under your left armpit, finding fallen triangle. Releasing left hand down, keeping your right foot outside. Maybe you can come down into a little push-up position with your right leg out. Inhale, push back up, stretch your right leg back. Exhale, you release. Whew, that was a good one. We'll take the other side, left leg up. Maybe opening up into a quick rock star. Just one breath. Exhale to your right elbow. Inhale, stretch it long. Step through, rising up. Warrior 1, opening out, warrior 2. You reverse on an inhale. Straightening your front leg, just passing through Trikonasana, just to set up for your half moon pose. Again, try to keep your hips and shoulders nice and squared, coming forward. Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe find your Chapasana if you can find your foot behind. Arching into the spine, opening the chest. Maybe your left hand can come up. And then slowly stepping all the way back. Finding your twist. Finding your side plank. Maybe left leg up, nice and slow. Left hand to the floor. Left foot to the outside on the right side. Lowering down, bending into your elbows. Maybe bring your hip down. Inhale, push back up. Stretch back. Exhale, you release. Wow. Inhaling, coming forward. Not finished. Nice and slow. We're going to come down onto your right elbow. Left elbow. Little forearm plank. We continue the French lesson. Counting to 5, 5, coming up onto your hands, come down, 4, 3, come up, 2, come down, 1, come up, 0, come down onto your elbows, relax onto your abdomen. You can turn your head one way, taking a breath or two, arms by your side. Taking a breath or two, we're going to start winding down nice and slow. But first, a bit more core work. Bringing your chin to the center, toes to touch. Keep your fingers reaching back, pressing the top of the hands onto the floor. As you inhale, you lift your legs, you lift your chest. You can keep your chin tucked in so that you lengthen into the back of the neck, Shalabhasana. Lifting your legs, point your toes, taking a breath or two here. In through the nose, out through the nose. And then moving your hands forward under your shoulders, palms down. Releasing your toes down. Inhale, cobra or up dog, your choice. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Ooh. Reaching your right leg up. Maybe taking some circles with your right knee. One way and then the other way. Just moving that hip. And when you feel ready, you can place your right knee right behind your right wrist for your pigeon pose, opening your leg according to your knee. So watch your knee. You can bring your hands by your hips, moving your left leg back, just so that you feel your hips moving back, but make sure you keep your hips nice and squared. Just taking a few breaths here in a pigeon, stretching into the glutes, hip flexor. Maybe you can stay into a little back bend, just like a proud pigeon, reaching your heart forward and up, maybe looking up, taking the full king pigeon if you have the foot behind, or if you prefer, you can relax for a few breaths, coming down onto your elbows like we did before, but a little bit easier. Maybe reaching your arms forward, forehead to the floor. See what works for you. Just taking a few breaths here. Letting the breath come back to normal. Notice the heart rate that slows down. You're probably sweating like I am. Very good to detoxify the body. Good workout. Strengthening the body. Moving some energy. Positive energy for these new beginnings. And then nice and slow, setting your hands down. You can tuck your back toes, finding again your down dog. A little movement into your hips, maybe walking your dogs, wagging your tail, whatever works. And then lifting your left leg, bend your knee, taking a few circles, whichever way or both way, if you did, whatever works for you. Just really getting into the hip muscles around the hip. And then when you're ready, sending your left knee outside or just behind your left wrist, finding your pigeon, bringing your hands by your side. Again, you want to try to reach your right foot hips back, but again, keep your hips as leveled as possible, so don't try to go too deep into the pose. If you start to move your right hip up and left hip down, it's not really going to serve the stretch that we are trying to look for. So the more you keep your hips nice and leveled, the more you're going to stretch the right hip flexor, psoas, the left glute. So you really want to think of pushing that right hip down so that it comes parallel to the floor. And try to relax into your left hip, left glute. Letting everything sink down for a few breaths. Just notice the breath that slows down. You might already have your eyes closed. And keeping your eyes closed as much as you can, nice and slow. You can come up, we'll move straight into Shavasana, so you can roll onto your left hip, swinging your right leg forward, extending your legs, taking a moment here, maybe shaking your legs, moving your toes in and out, just relaxing into the knees, the hips. And when you feel ready, Keep your feet mat distance apart. Again, ideally your eyes are closed. Nice and slow, you're going to start to roll your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Just notice the stretch in between each vertebrae, releasing any nerves or disc tension between the vertebrae. See if you can do that on one long exhale, coming down. Try to coordinate the amplitude of the movement along with the breath out. Relaxing completely on your back. You let your arms relax on your side, palms facing upwards. And you can take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose, feeling the back body pushing into the earth. And as you exhale, you let it melt into the mat, sighing out the mouth. Letting go completely. Taking a few minutes here to let the body recover, the breath come back to normal rate, letting the mind assimilate the practice, the nervous system, bring body and mind back together. Shavasana, nice deep rest for a few minutes. You might take as long as you want if you feel the call. Again, if you feel the call to stay a little bit longer in your resting pose, feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can start to invite the breath back in the body, getting a little movement in your extremities, maybe getting a good stretch with your arms overhead as you inhale, stretching the whole body nice and long, just like when you wake up to a brand new day for a new beginning. Exhaling, rolling over onto your left side, just letting the body and the mind reunite, taking your time before you inhale, pushing your hands into the floor, coming into comfortable sit with your palms together in front of your heart, sitting nice and tall, feeling the breath for a moment. Maybe you have some intention for the new cycle coming in, some positive outlook that you want to bring into your life. You can continue to practice those as you come daily on your mat. Some people even come a few times on the mat. The more you practice, the more you're going to manifest whatever outcomes, new beginnings you want to see in your life. Keep practicing. As Patabi Joyce says, practice and all comes. Tips of the thumbs to the third eye, and we bow in gratitude to the divine light that surrounds us and resides within each one of us. Hari Om Tat Sat.